not having a good day, man.
Jennifer, apparently she wants to talk to a lawyer as well, so I'm gonna talk to Murphy, see what he wants to do. Hey, Murphy.
What's
So, Anj, that lady that was standing by Hutch, that was, has a weird voice. She says she wants to talk to a lawyer too. When you're done, if it's
Is she a serial
that's
killer?
up to you. I don't know. Hutch, do you know who Anj is?
I don't know that crazy bitch.
Or her sister? Okay.
No idea.
She seemed like a weirdo.
I don't. She is. It's up to you. I'm not gonna force you to talk to her. Trust me.
I mean,
she a crazy bitch.
So if you do,
let me get through this meeting here. Your Honor, is there a reason you're here to talk to Hutch with me, or is there something?
I called him earlier because I didn't know you guys were around.
I just want to make sure, because I actually bothered the judge, and I didn't know if he was aware. I just wanted help getting inside.
All right, so when you guys are done, just go ahead and 311 that you're done. I'll come back up here and get you, and we'll give you your pistol back, okay?
Thank you.
Don't suppose you got any food while I'm here, have you? I could use a bit.
I can give you a slushie.
That'd work nicely.
Yeah, I can blaze in here, right?
Oh, you should be. Yeah, you should be. Well,
fuck it.
A little stressed out.
All right. Yeah,
light that shit up.
All right, so just 311 when you're done. All right.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
Yup.
All right. So, Your Honor, obviously we would like to effect a habeas corpus or a bail hearing at the earliest possible convenience.
Hold on,
under the
Murph.
circumstances.
Murph. It's money. I know I've been gone a week, but I wasn't running for fucking election.
Wait, what? Oh, you're Monty. You know, I haven't seen you in a while, and you kind of left me hanging on that case. Sorry. Look, everybody looks the same in our business. Okay, you gotta.
Yeah, I've been out of the city for like 10 days. I got back maybe 2 hours ago, and it's just fucking full speed since. So.
All right, Your Honor. Anyway, so I tried to get in touch with Loxley by email to see if he's around. He's got a warrant. Yeah, so here's the thing, like, Wrangler's trying to pin on him the fact that you were involved in assaulting the raid, which, you know, it honestly makes no sense. You guys don't need a fucking lawyer to tell you when there's a raid, because they go out with a fucking tank and
the thing is, Murphy, is that you were there. They told us about a raid at the apartments, not at the fucking Vulture, which was deemed after they found armor in the back of a fucking car 5 hours or 5.5 hours later, and they found that armor, which was why the reason they were even there. So I talked to Rami, and Rami told me that they were never going to raid Vulture Culture, and they only raided it because they found an armor in the back of the car 5 hours later. So I wouldn't have even had the information to even be there, let alone they said that they were raiding cars at the apartments. Never. Vulture was never brought into anything, so it doesn't make any sense. And I shot at Air 1 at a Bobcat 30 minutes before, and I thought that was the same Air 1, so I shot at it, which makes a whole lot more sense than 5.5 hours of information I held on to because, hey, why wouldn't I act on it in the first 15 minutes, right? Because I know everything that's about to happen. Oh, yeah, let me act on it 5.5 hours later. Yeah, makes a lot of fucking sense, huh?
I'm really sick of the cops going after lawyers thinking that they're, like, telling people shit. It's like, look, like, it's not fucking rocket science. If you're on radio with your boys and one of them goes silent and you don't hear from them in a while and they're not at the hospital, you're going to assume they're getting raided if they are not sent. You know, like, you can make that assumption. It's stupid to, like, even put him in it just because they let you in as a paralegal. Because he said, oh, yeah, Loxley let him into the PD to be his paralegal. I'm like, no, you let him into the PD. You did that. Like,
yeah.
And you said you would do a bar complaint, not put a fucking arrest warrant on him and all this shit.
Yep.
But, yeah, I mean, that's the Loxley situation. He's got a warrant. I don't know. Like, why do you have a hut for witness tampering?
That's why, because Loxley brought me down into the cells, and Wrangler deemed that witness tampering. Also, I'm the first person to ever get charged with weapons trafficking after they after a Bobcat. I'm the only and first person to ever get charged with that. And Andrews read off to me 11 cases of Bobcats that people failed, and they had over 10 guns on them, and none of them got weapons trafficking, but I did. And it was spread out between 3 apartments. And all of them were used and decaying. Only 4 of those guns was from Bobcat. Both charges doesn't make sense.
4 Bobcat robberies a day. So it makes no fucking sense. But yeah, Wrangler called me. He said, you know, make it easy on Hutch. Tell him to snitch on Loxley. We'll let the whole thing go. Not let the whole thing go, obviously, but you know, that's his position. And he's like, oh yeah, I was right the last time. I got the search warrant, so you know I'm gonna be right this time too. Da, 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 da. Just leveraging his luxury of time and the fact that you're sweating it in here and doing Wrangler shit.
He wants me to say I'm so tired of sitting in prison. I'll let you do whatever you want to me. It's the same thing. He wanted me to talk to him without my lawyer so that he could beat the shit out of me with the law and make me trip over my own words and incriminate myself in Loxley. That's what he does. He's literally abusing the power that he has. How he still has a job? If this was another fucking place and not Los Santos, the dude would already be fired. Just from this. This is fucking bullshit.
He just keeps getting promoted.
It just doesn't make any sense, man.
And the shit that happened to Rami was so fucked too. Like, I just don't even know what to say. Like leaving someone in a fucking room for hours and hours just to get the dub, you know? It's just like, put him in. Man. Just put him in.
You big freaking idiot.
And then they put him in for, oh yeah, by the way, after they did all that, after they had him in
for the full time?
Yeah, 379 months.
That's so fucked up. And like he wasn't even like
it's getting worse.
He wasn't even being like belligerent. He was just defeated. You know, like it's not like he was sitting there like screaming and fucking yelling at Wrangler. He should have got some time served out of that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He was cooperative and he consented to the search, and he still got the full time. It's nuts.
Yep.
Yeah, because the cops will say anything to get you to consent to the search and then take the fucking deal back. Like, if you don't got it in writing, no, you get screwed, always.
Yep. So, I think we're coming up on 48 hours that you've been in here. Is that correct?
I think a little bit longer. It's like...
All right, so...
Well, you said the 72 would be up in 27,
oh,
so...
yeah. We're a little shorter then, sorry.
I'd say it's about 2.5, and you've hit your 48. Have they ever cleared up that 48, 72 bullshit, or is that still written there?
I think that people should be able to be out on bail before these fucking dickheads file the charges, honestly.
Yeah.
It's such a pointless delay, and all it does is ensure that people who may be found innocent in the future end up serving their full time, regardless. It's unnecessary. If
well,
there's a judge available, you should be able to get bail.
Wrangler posted the report already.
The report or the charges?
I believe he posted all of it. And I know Bass told me he did.
It's not on the docket, so I think is that he says he wrote the report. That's a different thing.
Well, then hand me can
Yeah, no, he didn't file the charges.
Can I see your phone really quick? DOC allows me to have a phone either way, so it's okay if I use yours. If they were up here, they'd give me one.
But at 48 hours, we can file for a writ of habeas corpus, but they'll just, they're just going to take the full 72 hours to file the charges.
Yeah.
They're fucking assholes.
Hey, can you have Wrangler, please, for the love of all things holy in this fucking world, just post the fucking charges on the docket, please, so I can go and take this to court and not have to wait 72 hours for him just to literally do it?
Yeah, I'll let him know. I thought he did already.
Nope, still in here with 2 lawyers, still can't do shit, and looking at a wall. It's fucking great, man. So happy to be here. Can you just Can you just please pass the message along and actually ask him if he can do it and stop being a fucking prick?
Yeah, I'll ask him to do it.
Are you actually gonna ask him, Andrews?
I will ask him to do it, Hutch.
Will you at least call me and tell me if he doesn't?
Yes, sir. I will.
Don't say sir. All right, please. See ya. All these fucks, dude, they laugh about it. But I guarantee you, if I put them in here for 3 fucking days, they'd lose their shit too.
That's what I tell the prosecutors. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, why don't you fucking see how long it feels like being stuck in here? It's pointless. It's just a pointless delay. Unless there's like
Here, I have Wrangler's number.
Unless there's like compelling reasons to keep you in here ahead of trial, they should just fucking cut you loose.
If I attempted to murder somebody, I would be in here for less. Hey, can you just post the charge on the docket so we can go to court?
Which charge?
Both. It doesn't matter. Some charge. Just post the fucking witness tampering and the gun trafficking so we can go to court and we can just contest it. Are you gonna do it like right now, or am I gonna wait another day?
Well, I can't do that. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not bar certified.
What are you talking about? You're not bar certified. You can't do that. You have to
I don't know how
post
else to explain
something.
it.
You have to post something on the docket so that my lawyers can then take it to court. You have 72 hours to do so. You haven't done it yet.
No, that's not my job. I'm not an attorney.
He said it's not his job. He's not an attorney.
Yeah, the prosecutor has to file the charges.
Can you talk to the prosecutor then?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Wrangler. Why
Aren't
the
you in
fuck?
prison right now? How are you?
Because I because I was given the ability to have a phone from the DOC so that I can call you motherfuckers and try and speed this process along. Because every time I call you, you don't answer.
Yeah. I'll tell him to do that.
No, you won't. What do you want, Wrangler? Huh?
You to snitch on Loxley?
Snitch about what? There's nothing to snitch on, bro.
Okay, all right. I'll go ahead and get a hold of him then.
He's not going to do it.
Yeah, no. They're going to wait every second of that time. Then
and if we file the writ at the 72-hour mark, they're going to wait until the judge forces them to respond to put it up. They're going to keep you in here as long as possible. That's how it's going to happen. That's
I don't know what happened.
The writs
I don't know what happened like when we stopped being human beings, because like the shit is petty.
How is this not one-sided? You know what I mean? How is this like I truly do not understand how any of this is what this city is supposed to be. Like I'm actually shocked. Like imagine if it was my first week here and this shit happened, I would not want to wake up in the city again to deal with it.
Yeah, it's like it's unnecessarily complicated and everything takes way too long. And you know, and if it takes longer than 72 hours, I guarantee you they'll say, "Oh, we only have 3 or 4 prosecutors right now, so we need more time," and they'll get it. Mark my words, they would get more time and you would be in here longer. But who gets fucking weapons trafficking for a Bobcat robbery?
No one. No one has ever gotten
There's a fucking charge for a Bobcat robbery, isn't there?
Yep.
What's the charge for the Bobcat robbery?
It's just the same one as the regular robbery, but you get charged with every single weapon.
Yeah, like you're not trafficking shit, you're stealing shit. It's different. Like that one should just get tossed out.
Same thing.
But we can't get it tossed out till they post the charges.
Read the definition of witness tampering. It's the same thing. It's literally both of them are completely just they're tossed out. I made no criminal threat. I made no fucking. I never. Literally nothing about either charge makes any sense whatsoever. But both of them are being pushed.
Like, who is this witness that you tampered with?
Exactly. What is it? Who's the witness? Him? A random cop in a helicopter?
Well, no. It's the use of threats of violence. Like,
But I never threatened
I
anyone.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what was said in the cells to whom, but they would need to have recording.
No, I
And if you
never.
were
But
in
that's the
there-
thing. I never said anything to the cells to anyone. There was no threat. There was no nothing. I never.
Well, yeah, if you're in there as a paralegal, you generally wouldn't fucking talk.
Yeah, I didn't. Loxley was there, and so was, like, we were both there. I never said anything.
Yeah, like I want
And-
to know who this witness is, to what, you know, what did they witness, who is the witness, and how did you tamper? Like it,
It just
makes
seems
no
like-
fucking sense.
It seems like very, very powerful to me to throw me in prison for 3 days and not to do anything, just to have me sit in prison for 3 days and to go to court and have both charges. You know that they're both going to get dropped, and to have them dropped. And the fact that
No, they're not going to get dropped. The judges will never fucking dismiss a case. They're always like, oh, well, you can argue that in court. It's like, well, how about if the charge just doesn't make any fucking sense? Do we really need to waste our time? Do you really need to waste your time? Because it's not a waste of any of the police's time. They just decide the charges, they put you in jail, and then they move on to the next victim.
And what
Like,
do I get out
they
of a
don't
civil case?
lose
50K?
anything.
After I take this
Yeah.
for unlawful imprisonment, I
Yeah.
get a max of $50,000.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
that's like, if you get a lawyer to do it for you, like me, then I'm gonna want some money. So you're gonna get less than 50K,
Yeah.
and it's like the amount of trouble to go through just to get like what amounts to $5 in exchange for losing like hours and hours and days of your time and going through the whole process. Like it's ludicrous. It's
one-sided,
like,
man.
I want people to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna go to court. I'm gonna be found innocent. You know, we got a chance to beat this case. You know, I want people to be like, you know, into the whole idea of going to court. By the time we get there, most of the time, people just don't want to be a part
Well,
of it.
even with that,
And
man, it
fucking
fucks
bums me
you
out.
guys over, right? Because you go to court to fight actual cases and to go in front of the judge and have to actually plead points and to have it somewhat understand it from both sides. This is a lawsuit, or this is a case where it doesn't make any fucking sense, and you're going to go in there and it's just going to be who can fucking look at the little tiny descriptions on the law and say if this is okay or not. That's all it is. Like, how is this fun for anybody?
Yeah, like there's certain shit I don't even want to have to argue. And this witness tampering shit and this gun trafficking shit is just like, what's next? Like, how many more people can he put in here on some nonsense before something happens? There's no accountability. There's no accountability, and it takes forever to change any of the laws. So if there's a problem, they make sense. You know, I don't know who wins. Who wins here? Like, how does it just like make him happy to do this to people, knowing full well that the charge isn't really that good?
So I just basically what I'm getting from this is take a 2-day break and then come back after tomorrow.
I mean, I want to talk to a judge and see if we can just get this whole thing dropped, because like it should be, at best, it should be felony obstruction of justice and bobcat robbery. So I'm gonna try to reach out to a prosecutor and see if they actually are humoring pursuing these charges. But the problem with the prosecutors is they are owned by the police. So Wrangler's the captain. They're gonna push
they do what the
whatever
cops
he
want.
tells them to. Whatever he tells them to do, they will do, even if they know it's wrong, even if they as lawyers understand that it's absolute bullshit. And that's a major problem.
Well, maybe we should start taking the lawyers away from them.
Yeah, I agree. We should start fucking dumping them in the ocean.
Well,
do
I
it.
was thinking more along the lines of, if the prosecutors keep insisting that these are the correct charges, put them on bar review. If the PD runs out of fucking lawyers, what are they going to do?
Judges are never going to suspend or disbar a prosecutor because there's so few of them.
Because no one wants to do fucking the dumb bullshit work of an idiot like Wrangler, who doesn't deserve nor has done anything in the position that he's in other than fuck over people for his own personal agenda. I mean, would you want to work for that guy?
Hell no.
I mean, imagine
No.
how
Fuck,
long
there's a
in
reason
the
I'm on this
history
roof,
of
you know?
this, how long has this, city that we've all been living in has been a thing, and how few cops
Hutch,
have
you
wanted
big
to,
freaking
or how
idiot.
many people have not even wanted to go on duty as a cop. Imagine that, but yet now you're someone's bitch, and basically that's a prosecutor. Like, it takes a certain person to be someone's bitch, and a prosecutor is their bitch. Especially for someone who has no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
And the thing is, like, it's not just like wanting to work with him. Like, I don't even want to work against him. I have a Wrangler rate now. You know, I charge more for Wrangler cases. Like, it's a fucking pain in my balls to even deal with it. And I'm sure you
I
understand
absolutely
why.
get it.
Because he will find a narrative where he is technically correct in his assumptions, and by the time we get to the point where it's even possible to figure out that he was wrong or that he did something improperly, the damage is already done, all the damage, and more people have been dragged into an investigation that's poisonous. You know what I'm saying? Like, all it is like, it's a tactic to stall for time so he can build as much investigation on as many possible people as possible and get them all started by the time the first one
Hutch, you
starts to
big
look
freaking
toxic.
idiot.
You know the best
That's
part
it.
about all of this is that even if, my boys wanted to break me out, they can't. There's no way that they can
Yeah,
break
I've
me
heard
out.
that.
So imagine a city to where you can get put in prison for 3 days with no way of doing anything. Your lawyers, taking their time out of their day, can't even do anything for you. And then on top of that, you can't even get broken out of it. So basically, getting sent to prison on this is, I might as well just go to the Bahamas for 3 days. It's the same sentence.
That's that's why it worries me, because it is literally the same thing past a certain point. And how easy it is for someone like Wrangler to do it, it's a fucking problem. Because it doesn't matter if you're guilty or innocent. You're gonna get, somewhere between 3 and 5 years if you're found guilty on any of this shit. But you're already doing that time.
Yep.
You're already doing that time, and you will already have long suffered on bail and all this shit, waiting for this to happen. I've got a drug trafficking case, Cap Terranova. He's been on bail for weeks. His case still hasn't been scheduled. It's not like this shit happens quickly, but it happens quickly for the cops and the cops only. They can spend 5 minutes of their day ruining someone's week and then be moved on from it in a heartbeat and not even have to think about it. And there's no accountability whatsoever. And it's wrong. That's just wrong. And I get sick of talking to people about it and them saying, well, people just shouldn't do crime, or da-da-da-da-da. Things take time. You got to do things properly. It's like, no, like, what's right is right. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong, and this is wrong.
Is there even a prosecutor that you could call? Like, do prosecutors even wake up in this city? Or is it all email?
I don't see any around right now, no.
Do you ever see any
Yeah, I mean,
around?
The only one that I know became a fucking judge. So, yeah, now they're down another one.
The only one that I could count on was Surge, but he went back to just being a cop. He was the only one who would actually work out if something was fucked up and try to make a good deal with someone. All the other ones are like, all right, here's a plea deal. It's 7 years and 7 years parole and $300,000 fine. Like, can we, that's as much as if you won in court. Yep. We can just take it to court. Like, I don't know. People like, I've lived in the city a long time, okay, Hutch?
Yeah.
And what happens is when things get like this, eventually people just stop
waking
doing
up
things, or they stop doing things. They'll just hang out and obey the law, and then do you know what happens? The cops complain about that too.
All right. Well, okay. Let me call Can I? I'm gonna call Bash really quick. Give it one last shot. At the end of the day, Bass is the only person who can do anything, right?
Call Bass and tell him that Murphy says that this should just be felony obstruction of justice and a Bobcat robbery, and let him the fuck out. This is stupid. Tell him those exact words.
All right. He didn't even answer. All good. Well, I guess I'll see you guys the day after tomorrow, and I'll just go to sleep and wait out my 3-day Bahamas.
I would advise spending a bit of time with the lifers, get to know
Oh,
bit
I
more
have.
about how the system here works, but yeah, I understand your sentiments completely. Yeah.
Oh. All right, sounds good. I'll see you guys in a couple days. All right, chat. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna take tomorrow off. I'm done streaming today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.